this is a sit down. I'm sitting down together with Peter, the host and presenter of this new TV show. It's called Rate Your World. And I'm going to give a little bit of a backstory, and we're going to talk a little bit about it and what we hope you guys take away. So the background of this project came from the work we've been doing with schools. We've had writing competitions between different schools. We've had writing clubs in different schools. We've been trying to build the writing culture in Uganda, basically, and we've received a lot of stories from a lot of participants in both the writing competition and the writing clubs, and we thought we could give a guide to these kids on how to best write their stories and to give an encouragement to all of them who want to keep on learning. So, Peter, what attracted you to this show?
What attracted me? Wow.
Yeah.
Attracted. Okay, it's a stronger word, but I think I really was in support with this, project because, as you know, we've been working with kids who have been trying to, come up with stories that we really thought, okay, the talent is there and the art is there, but they just needed to develop it. And we also thought that, okay, better, that we need to reach out to majority of the kids out there. And of course, under the new normal, it's always better if we use the media, to extend our voices. So and when I got this opportunity, being a teacher per se, I felt like, okay, I'm having a platform to actually help reach out to these people who would be interested as a way of teaching them what they may not know. Strong attraction.
So personally, why I looked for Peter is because he's the best of the best. I can't bring a person on board for any show if I don't think he's the best of the best, according to my own opinion. So I'm a writer and an artist, but I'm a writer first. But the way of writing that I use is unconventional. I'm not a trained writer. I am a person who became a writer purely out of passion. He is a trained writer, so I thought you could use the voice of a trained writer and see how it differs from the voice of an unconventional writer, because a lot of the things I've been talking about when I'm talking with kids and teaching kids from different areas and in different organizations are kind of dissimilar from what he has said, but then he has elaborated more on those things, and I think that is the biggest takeaway I hope you take from this show. Just seeing the difference between a trained writer and an unconventional writer, and also noticing that you can still be a writer despite the fact that you do not have.
And also no pressure between who is what did you call it, professional writer, and but as long as you can write, you have the passion for it. What we are doing is just to make you a better writer, writer, because anyone can write, but what are you writing and how do you write it? That's all that matters in the writing industry.
And I think I really think that there's a lot of writing potential in this country that has been unexplored. There's so many things to write about, and we are in shortage of that, and all over the world, people never tire of content, and I believe if you have a story that you are holding on to each time you started to put it down on paper, it's one thing to have a story in mind, and it's another thing to put it on paper, in a way that makes sense and communicates the way that you want to communicate. And we hope that with this show, you are able to learn how to use the power of words to convey that story.
And talking about that, actually, before we have to sign out, if you get to dwell into the literature world, especially of our country, I think we are now coming on board with writing. People are starting to recognize writing. It used to be only the news and the tabloids and all those things, the magazines, but now it's becoming, I think we are learning that there is no better way of conserving and preserving what we are living for future references and generation other than writing. So when you write, your voice will be heard. You don't have to worry, but who will read my work? People read your work even when you're gone.
Even when you're gone. It's basically your work is internal. Like pieces of literature are internal. They live on forever even when we are gone. I believe personally that writing is the first and last art. Like before any art can happen, writing happens first. That's my personal belief, and I believe that even when you want to be anything else, you'll be able to do that anything else much better. Yeah, what do you think about
His
that?
idea, and of course I know he is really arguing from someone's point of view who says it's meditation.
Yeah, there's a book called Meditation, the First and the Last, and I'm contradicting his term.
Well, he's my boss, so I don't want to get fired after
No,
this.
you're not getting fired. I'm getting fired.
But yes,
yeah.
I think he has a point. Really,
Yeah.
he has a point. It's like every interesting life should be out of writing, before it comes to being. In the beginning was the word, and the word became this, and
Yeah.
so it wasn't the being first, it was the word that became all the being. So yes, writing. If you want to make a change, write.
Yeah.
If you want to tell a story, write. If you want to communicate an idea, you write.
Yeah.
It starts with writing.
And when you look at the industries that writing feeds, like the entertainment industry, all of it is built on people's ability to write. There would be no best single of the year if there are no good writers. There would be no music without good writing. There would be no movies, there would be no TV shows, there would be no rap music. We would not still miss rap music. I'm sorry for all the rap. I'm not a hater. I love rap music, but I know most people don't love rap music. But there would be nothing would exist without writing, really. Because even when I'm inventing things, you have to write them down. Like physics says, if you study physics, there is reasoning by first principles. That's how physicians reason. They boil down things to their most fundamental truths, and how you do that is scribbling down your first idea and then reasoning up from there. And if you can't scribble that down, you can't invent it any further. So writing,
just like one of my directors has always said that, and I also made this in the running episodes, that a short pencil is always better than a long-term memory. Because if you can write something, so no matter how old you become, as long as it's written and kept properly and safely, you can always refer back to it because it's there, even if it's written using a very so whenever. Actually, the point is, if you want to be a very good writer, wherever you go, have a pen and a piece of paper with you. Now we have gadgets, you can't type something or record, it's up to you, because an idea may strike you and you want to deal with it quite later. But if you not put it recorded, then it's gonna evaporate out of you.
Now to close this off, we're going to close it off with an opportunity. Peter, tell them about the opportunities that are with them in Reminac. For instance, the magazine thing and the
So Reminac, we basically we deal too much with comic work. Very many comics come up. We have the Street Monster, we have, as you can see, so what happens, we are not an individualistically selfish or self-centered group, okay? While we produce, you would notice that actually we have collaborators, and most of these collaborating writers are children of a particular age, so we are giving room to nearly everyone, okay, as long as you can write. So we have opportunities, like he said, we can have your work printed and published, and also we do the editing as the group, as the team, as the company. So we have competitions that are always ongoing, for the best writers. We even have awards. We recognize best writers. It's been running. We've not been into business for long, but if you've been following the Reminac comics and Reminac TV and all those things, Reminac Studio, you will see that we have events. We have events even that go beyond writing. We have art expos, talent expos. If you're a good dramatist, if you're a good artist, he's a very good. Do you call it visual arts?
Yeah,
or media arts.
comic book artist.
Yeah. So
Digital artists.
digital artists.
Yeah.
So we have plenty, and we also take on internship programs.
Yeah,
By the way, we
internship,
also
so-
have internship programs in media arts, especially performing arts, creative arts, and all those things. So there are very many opportunities that really we want to give out to extend to build the team. We believe in creativity, and without creativity, then we are dying off as a generation, which shouldn't happen, because we know there are very many minds out there that are highly imaginative. You just need a push, and always reach us. You can always reach us.
Yeah, and we believe strongly in sharing. That is why he said that in the close of this episode, that if you need any resources, like leave your email in the comment section, and he will get back to you with the best resource.
Yeah, that you need. We got you covered.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
Wow, this was meant to last only 5 minutes. How are we doing?
2 more minutes. We're done.
We're done.
Okay, guys.
Keep watching Reminac TV. Thanks to Mr. Peter for doing this amazing show so wonderfully. It's an amazing show. It's going to be used for reference purposes for future generations. It's going to be on Reminac TV forever. So you have unlimited access to it. Yeah. So from the Reminac family, bye.